Hello there. I said I wouldn't stream today, but I am, because I don't have to go out till later. So, I thought, oh, okay, yeah, I could do this. Little mini stream. Oh. Hello, Philip FN in the chat there. So last time out, we were building this little platform, which we've put these tubes on, which you can fly through, like this. Which is the best thing in the game, or any game, probably. So I've put the 500 of these smart platings in there. And I've got a machine making these versatile frameworks, because we've got steel beams now. Now this is a problem here, automated wiring. We need 100 of that, which means we need 100 stators, which we aren't making, and a whole bunch of cable. Now we have a box of cable over there, so we could probably just handcraft those and, you know, force it. We could handcraft 100. I mean, it would mean handcrafting 100 stators and then... Oh, you can't handcraft those bits, can you? And then just leaving them in a machine and assembler for a bit. I mean, should we? You know, while we build this thing. Because what I really need is more copper production than this one manufacturer just tucked away here, you know. So these are the two assemblers I've had making the space elevator parts. Some extra bits in there apparently. And we've got, let's take a peek. 1, 2, 3, 50, nearly 400 of those. So we need like another 100 of those. You should really do the lazy bastard achievements in Factoria sometime. It'll give you better habits. I refuse to have good habits. But considering we only need 100 status, I mean, it's not that bad, is it? We could do it while we build, even. So it's just steel pipes. So I just need to go get a bunch of steel pipes, basically. Whoops. I meant to click store all just on concrete. Get over here quickly like this. Hello, Fac. I lied about not streaming today. So if we bring a couple more of these to shove into the box over there, and then enough of those to make 100 status, which that might not be. I forgot to look at the recipe. Oh well. I'm going out later, but I woke up at the regular time again. I just can't sleep in. I'm trying to sleep in and can't. Oh shit, I missed the ramp. Thought it went all the way over to the edge. Right, so if we change what this is doing to status, right? Where did the stuff that was in it go? We lost 10 reinforced iron plates there. The call of the factory is hard to ignore. It is, it's very Moorish, making factories. I almost want to just tear this out and put a proper little place in to make stuff, you know, that isn't just these awkwardly tucked over here. Now this will just chew through everything that we've got here. But it's made 15 so far. We really just need 2 hooked up to 2 boxes, don't we? Which I don't think we've got space to do here, but maybe we do. Let's see. We do. Alright. We could do it the smart way or the lazy way. So, of course. And this uses 100 a minute, doesn't it? There we go. Did anyone remind you to set up a chat bot? I can't tell. I need a bunch of people to do it. My Twitter mentions are ridiculous, as you might imagine, with all the followers I have. So it kind of becomes unreadable sometimes, but I didn't notice anyone reminded me. So I want to put copper over here. The only problem is there's no copper nodes anywhere near this one. Like there's the one over the other side of the base, and that would be easy to route across. And then there's a couple of impure nodes out in the desert, which, you know, we can use, but it's not the best. So we might have to get a truck, you know, until we've got trains, just to run the ore over. If we happen to need more than we have easily within reach, you know. The Twitter mentions have been especially bad the last day because I made fun of a right-winger online, which people get very angry about. Right, so this would be the base of copper smelting. Then, on the floor above we would do wire, on the floor above we would do cable, although you don't really need a whole floor for cable, because you can produce more of it than you can use fairly easily. Although we do need a lot for that new part we have to make. And then above that, we would be at a level where this steel would be up there, and we'd have wires and cables up there, and then we could make like mass-produced stators, or at least have 4 assemblers making stators, you know. What should we be bringing over here? Let's throw some more steel beams in there. Grab some more pipes just in case we need them. I've only got one little solitary pipe machine right now. I'm thinking that since we're so close though, we just we rushed the next space elevator phase before we set up the whole thing, just in case there's anything that can help us out in the course of doing it, you know. So look, we've made 79 stators already. I mean, we're laughing, aren't we? Put 300 more. I think that's probably enough to get us there with this as well. We got 4 leftover smart platings there. Turbo motors give more coupon points than anything else. Oh, that's fun. I mean, once we are mass producing stuff like that, we can grab a whole bunch of coupons, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we need like another 74 of these things. Then once we have 100 stators, we're going to switch this machine off and swap it over to making the other part, which shouldn't take very long because we only need 100 of them, and it's fully overclocked, you know. $98, $99, $100. There we go. So now we do automated wiring. We take the stators out. Wow, look, we didn't need like nearly enough. Nearly all that stuff. Clear the belt. Put in the 100 stators, and then we need to bring a whole bunch of cables over for this. Which are just up there, aren't they? So we can only make like one of them with that. Isn't this taking stators in? Oh, there's a piece of wiring stuck in it. There we go. Morning, Earthman Dave. How's it going? Alright, so we'll just run a bunch of cable down now. I will need a much bigger inventory, I think. Let's just make another concrete box for now. Ow. Oh, I could have just put 100 in there, couldn't I? As a stack. Alright, so it costs 20 wire for one of them. We need 100. So that's not too difficult. It'll take that whole box full of wire to do it. Let's see, we're making 6 a minute, so in 10 minutes we'll make 60, so this is going to take less than 20 minutes. It's handy, innit? Getting closer with that. I don't know what these parts are used for later, which is why I'm just making them sort of to order right now instead of setting up proper production for them. Because I don't want to dump all of my resources into bits that you only need like once for this and aren't used in anything later on. But the next phase is probably like, you need 10,000 of all of them, so you better go fucking set up proper production of them, you piece of shit. I think that's what the T is called, actually. Can you put the cable on both input belts? I could. However, it uses 125 per minute, and our Mark III belt we put down can transport up to 270, so we don't really need to put it on more than one. Yeah, we're gonna just need to fill that box up with cable, aren't we? Any spare can just be shoved into the sink for more tickets. That is true. But if I set up full production of those, they would just drain the factory of the rest of its resources constantly, I think. Oop. So I need to put in a little hypertube thing to head over to the copper ore as well. Where am I going here? It's 1,000 cable. Missile spaghetti belts. I'll keep 100 on me, just for crafting purposes. And I guess you can trade in extra tickets for things that you might need, you know. Oh, we're getting so close with that. Like 12 more in it. Didn't need that many pipes at all. I brought down way too many of these modular frames. That sink seems like a scam somehow. It does. It's useful as a bin, really. Because it feels better than just throwing stuff away, you know. So the next thing's definitely going to take like a ridiculous amount of wiring, isn't it? We're a quarter of the way there already. Well, that's coming in. I'll go put down more of this copper floor. Instead of just standing there watching it. We'll put another floor on and then go see where it's at. Don't need that many pipes on me, do I? So many different types of foundations now. Let's put the stairs on this side. Alright, one off the edge there. What a fool I am. Hang on, that ain't right. There we go. So we're also going to need space for a train station for copper. Ooh. Oh, that's concrete. I'm so lost without concrete. It's kind of a gamble, that one. And we'll put a tube over there. We should probably just do that now, considering we're going to have to be going back and forth to build the place, you know. We've got just enough encased beams. Alright, so what's the best way of getting over there then? I don't know about factory traversal with this. Like, can you hook these tubes onto a wall? Tube support? It looks like they just stand. Right? You can't put them on sideways. But someone told me that they can snap onto these, right? Is that right? See, pipeline wall support. We really need wall support for the travelly tube, don't we? That looks like it works, actually. Sure, I'm wasting resources on cosmetic assets. What's cosmetic? I hope you don't mean the coffee cup. That's incredibly useful. So can we put down a tube support? It doesn't look like we can click to it with that, but can we? I mean, we can. You can stand the tubes on the ends like that. Okay, brilliant. So what we want to do is put it like that wall's backwards, the top one. It's gonna bug me. There we go. So just below this. How the heck did those hypertubes work? Not entirely sure. It looks like they can just be built anywhere along walls, actually, but you have to stand. If you want to build a support for it, you got to stand it on the edge here. There we go. We'll be able to grab that from the other side. What do we do here? Let's just route power across very quickly. They're a crime against physics. You can change direction mid-tube. Yeah, doesn't make sense. Alright, let's see if that works. It's like an easy way to get over here, isn't it? Nice, so that's how we get over to the copper. I'm enjoying this little tube system. Let's go see where we're at with the stuff. I'm relatively confident that we're done with this. Yes, we are. Great. That's more than 500. This can be trashed. This thing has made 81. Have we got enough cable in this box? Probably not. Actually. They could be either pneumatic or magnetic. Oh my god, there's a raid. No comment chick is raiding with a party of 179. Oh, that's too many people. It's only 10 AM here. I'm not ready for such excitement. Hello everyone, thank you very much for the raid. I'm just gonna trash all of my extra resources here. I don't need this much cable on me, do I? There we go. Or this much concrete when I'm not actually in the middle of building. Alright. I tell you what we do. We run cable down, which we're not really producing fast enough to do what we're doing, but I am actually drinking coffee today as well, alongside my character in the game. Yeah, shit, we only need 10 more. There's just 600 more, and there's 100 in there, which means we only need another 500 in this box. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorted. And that'll be done very shortly. Let's run this over, then we'll come back and get the rest of it. Well, we could just wait here, couldn't we? We're making 2 trips. We've got space. 7 more. Why is it only at 85%? It's completely full. Also, how has it managed to use... Oh, it's got 1 extra stator in there, of course. Oh, crap. We're going to need an extra 2, aren't we? This game gives you unrealistic expectations of coffee. It does. Yeah, we're going to have to make 2 extra stators because we can only make 3 of those at a time. And we need 3. Let's just handcraft 2 and shove them in the machine. Clearly the most effective way to get back down there. I like way overcounted on the cable, didn't I? I thought I'd need like hundreds more cable than I ended up using. Oh well, at least we had it. And that's us then, isn't it? My cute little cargo. There we are. So, I think that's all the materials we need to complete the next level of the space elevator. And we can look at what's new beyond there. You're very good at not spilling the beans. Yeah, that coffee cup just... it's wonderful. Alright, space elevator. Just 100 of those. And the 500 of those. Watch the fun animation, eh? Neat. And away it goes. So, we've now got tier 5 and tier 6. Train tech. We're nearly at trains. We're not. We're nowhere close. We got the jetpack. We need oil processing for that. Oh, another inventory slot as well. Expanded power infrastructure. Okay, so we need to go for that if we want the fuel gen. We got the gas mask. You shouldn't have to make filters for the gas mask. It's bullshit. Alternative fluid transport. Oh shit. I see. So you can... this is a way to transport stuff long distance. Then you package it into canisters so you can... transport it. Packaged water. Oh, the cute little bottles. What's the primary satisfactory goal for today? Well, it was do that, but we did that in like half an hour, so I thought that would take longer. Like, I thought I was going to have to set up the copper before we did that, but then I was like, it's not actually that much, really. Just a few thousand cable and we've already got it. Alright, so what's next then? 2,500 of that, which, that's not too hard. We just need to automate that process. It's, you know, it's only 5 times as much as we just made. Modular engine, which don't know what that's made out of. And an adaptive control unit, also don't know what that's made out of. So that's a problem for the future. Plump. They make a really good sound when they suck you in and spit you out. So considering all of this requires oil, with the exception of this. Can we even make motors yet? Can we? I haven't seen them anywhere. We can make motors, okay. We got a lot of building to do. So you're kind of forced to go for oil processing first here, because all of this other crap takes rubber and plastic, which means you need to have that up and running. This doesn't, but it does take computers, which take plastic, as does that. So oil processing is first. Which means we need... that's easy, that's easy. That wouldn't take too long, but we really should set up proper concrete for it. This is the problem, the 50 motors, and the fact that we need 50 motors for pretty much everything we do going forward. which means we've got 2 big factories to build. I cry. Let's grab as much concrete as we can and get building. Alright. Let's go up this one. So below here is steel smelting and currently steel production as well, because we just, I didn't put in the full factory when we only had a tiny little amount, which is still true now actually. But we're not going to be able to really start, producing in a mass sort of way until we've got trains, because we're limited to what resources happen to be around us until then. So I don't know if we actually need 2 floors, one for pipes and one for steel beams. That seems like a little bit of overkill, doesn't it? Like, I could probably just split one floor in half and do pipes on one side and steel beams on the other, right? What do we reckon? Well, I guess we're only building up. It doesn't really matter, does it? No, you don't. Trying to get away from me. Oh yeah. What am I doing? I'm just trying to phase through the floor. Alright, so we'll call this pipes, and we'll call this beams. This is floor beams. Again, which is gonna, each of these is gonna have like 2 machines each on it right now, but for the future, It's better to have more space than you need than find out that you don't have enough, isn't it? I had a little brief peek at Dan Olsen's stream when I was done streaming, and he was building some like giant halfway out of water pipes, like in a big stackable bundle of them. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. Yeah. He's quite far ahead of where I am. I think he's cheating by having friends, though. It's bad manners. And then up top here will be starter production, because we're also on this floor here is where we're producing rotors. So then that gives us both of them fairly close together for motor production. get the impression that games like this are kind of his thing. Yeah, me too. Like, I'm no slouch by any means, but that was very impressive, that pipeway. I don't think I'll build anything as impressive. What's your thing, games-wise? I'm not really very good at anything. You're good at marbles. I'm fair at a lot of games. You know, I'm alright. But I've never been like, you know, top in the class at anything. Which is sad, you know, especially for a streamer. I mean, what you want to be if you stream a lot is either like the best at it or laughably bad. I fall in like the middle ground where I'm sort of like middlingly competent, which means not much really funny clippable stuff happens because I'm too good to avoid it. But I'm not good enough to be interesting to watch from a skill perspective, you know. So, but I'm also not going to try to get better or fake being worse. So I will just be I'm happy being mediocre. You're good at a lot of games to just comparing yourself to people who are better than you. Well, that's the best thing to do, I think. It's that I'll compare myself to people who are worse than me, and then that's just mean. If you pushed yourself... Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mainly play games and stream to relax. And the moment it becomes like a job I have to do is when I'll probably make a lot more YouTube videos because I'll procrastinate this by doing that then. Representing average people is nice. Yeah, average people representation. I didn't really get his tweet about games being like that. Well, it's because, in a lot of senses, factory games like this sort of mimic what capitalism does, and that you want to maximize your profits at the end of the day. And it's fun to do in games like this, but horrible in the real world. And I think Dan's tweet seemed to be wondering whether living in a capitalist system was making people like these games, or if people just like stuff like this anyway, you know. With me, it's an alienation from the work sort of thing, like... work is, can be very fulfilling as long as you see the whole purpose of it and know what you're doing. Like capitalism, with its fracturing of everything into component pieces so that each person only does one thing to maximize efficiency. All you do is you put these steel beams onto this belt, and you have no idea what they're doing when they leave, or you don't see the consequences of your work, or like what actually happened afterwards. It's boring, basically. A lot of capitalist work is very boring. That's how I see it, anyway. and there's always an infinite amount of work left to do. Yeah, it's like when you're playing a factory game, you have control over the whole process, which is a lot more fulfilling. You know, if it was a game where you just clicked to put a bar on a belt, and that was it. I doubt it would be as popular. Really chewing through our concrete, yeah. Those floors definitely match up. Yeah, it's just a bit like, it's a perspective puzzle right now because one of them has this thing in the middle of it, but they are definitely on the right level. Probably. Like, my sister is a teacher and is paid peanuts. It is ludicrous how little they pay teachers. Like, for the job they do. Both in how important it is and how much work it is. Like, teachers get paid a laughably small amount of money. But she likes it because she's doing something worthwhile. Like, she can see the effect of that she has on the world when she teaches the kids. Oh. Well, fuck me, I guess. Goodwill being taken. Yeah, teachers are very taken advantage of. I mean, I suppose it's difficult to just be like, yeah, fuck it. They're not paying me to do a good job. When it's like a bunch of kids' futures that are on the line, you know? It's easy to slack off in response to being treated like shit when, you know, it's just a corporation's profit margin on the line. And you're like, I don't really care about that. The media tries to shame teacher strikes on that pretense. Yeah, it's terrible. It's a cultural issue as well. Some cultures, teachers are far more respected than others. They should be they're teachers. They should be respected everywhere. I don't get it. The job they have to do is awful. What Sean is doing now is monotonous and repetitive. It is. But I get to talk to you lot, which makes it makes it more interesting. And I have a goal in mind. Like, I need all these factory floors to exist for what we're going to do later. Okay, so we leave that one because that's the stairs. Where are teachers treated nicely? My sister tells me the problem with teaching in Liverpool in particular is that although nationally there aren't enough teachers apparently, In Liverpool there are. And they just like straight up tell you during your course, like, okay, so you should really move out of Liverpool once you're done with this course. But, you know, she's got young children. And they're all settled in school and so on. Liverpool should exit the UK. Yeah, Liverpool's really good. They've been very loyal to a completely shite Labour Party. Really though, Scotland should just leave and take us with them. Awesome. Nearly there. Now we're within shooting distance of trains here. But we need to go check something else out, right? I want to see what's up with that little car. Did they just take it out of the game or something? Was amused by the suggestion of Liverpool joining a united island. You build trains in this game? Yes. For transporting stuff long distance. Nah. Not really sure how that worked, but okay. I'll take it. See, look, for industrial manufacturing. Do I already have this car? Did I unlock it and just not notice? No. Right. So it's not there. You get the truck with industrial manufacturing. Oh, and the modular engine. And the adaptive control unit, which are probably made out of engines and computers, right? Just looking at what else is in the tier. Industrial fluid buffer. And the rest of the fluid stuff. Heavy oil residue. That's new. Gas mask. Power infrastructure. Jetpack. Monorail train technology. There's no more cars. They took out the little Explorer car. Or they put it as like the last thing in it, which is weird. Did they swap out the little Explorer for this one? I mean, this can't take a hill. That's the problem. Quartz chain of the MAM. Oh, is it researched in there? Thank you, Jockproof, for highlighting that message twice. So I saw it. Alright. Alright, so 100 quartz crystals. Is that, can we handcraft that quickly enough? No, we don't have enough. Didn't know about that. I was wondering when we were going to get the little car. $842 that way. We just need enough to throw a miner over there, hooked up to a box. Just grab some pipes as well, just in case. And then we just need to like grab a couple of hundred of it, really. Or we can bring the man over there, can't we? Yeah, we've got enough to make one. Let's just build one over there. Do we have enough for a tractor? We do. That was exciting, wasn't it? Try putting one coupon in the waste bin. Ah, we already did that. Oh, this is my new thing I do, by the way. I'm going to build a watchtower near every box that we've opened. That way it's easy to see from far away which ones are already done. Thank you for introducing me to Lucky Bun there. Metal Gear Solid 2 stream was good. Yeah. They seem like a nice sort. Okay, so quartz is over here. Yeah, that's not that far away. It's alright, isn't it? So we could technically make one of them. It's just make a little outpost over here. They covered a lot of ground. They got up to Fat Man by the end of the stream. Ooh. I haven't played that game in so long. Last time I saw it through was on Giant Bomb. Metal Gear Scanlan. Very good series. Normal quartz node. There we go. So really all we want to do is research here, isn't it? Until we get the car. Then we can worry about putting something like a little quartz train in later. We could do everything with trucks. Like, we're not that far away from getting the big trucks. But I kind of just want to skip to trains, honestly. Programming the trucks is a big pain in the ass. Okay, so we need 100 of those. This is producing 120 a minute. Going up to 240 if we overclock it. And these things use 37.5 a minute. So we'll just split it between 3 right now. The trucks seem glitchy. I like them, they're funny, but they don't actually have physics when you're far enough away from them. So they're perfectly fine to use. They just operate like a program, you know. When you're close to them, they do have physics, which is kind of problematic. Yeah, probably not actually, game. There we go. Quartz. So what do we need here? 100. I'll have that in a min.
Hello there.
Hello people, have a good day.
Thank you for the sub, Talk Chiverish. I hope you have a good day as well. Wow, 6 months, eh? The 6 months are coming in. Oh my god. If I really had the new channel for 6 months, holy shit. 100, great. Crystal oscillator. 5 crystal oscillators. Seriously? Where's this goddamn car? Why is the car in the quartz tree? Oh, how'd you make crystal oscillators? Hang on, they're made in the big thing, aren't they? Is that even craftable by me? It is. Hang on. Alright, so we just need 5 of these, which means we're gonna need more cable. We're good for that. Cable. Quartz crystal's fine. We can just make the cable. It's super weird that the car's in the quartz train. You wouldn't think it was. You'd think a little exploring car would be the first thing they give you, like the first vehicle. I'm gonna complain about this forever. Right, that's another 100. Can make 4. Oh shit, no, you make 2 at a time. Oh, but that's still 4. I thought I was gonna get extra ones. Apparently not. Of quartz, it'd be there. I ran out of actual coffee just now. That makes me sad. Frequency mapping. Map. Oh shit, that's how you get the map. I was wondering where that went. Radio control unit. This thing. What the fuck is it doing there, though? Ugh. Did they just shove it in anywhere, basically? Like, fuck it, that'll do. Right, we just need enough to make 10, and then we can head back over and grab the modular frames or whatever. Nearly there now. Good job, you can handcraft these. Alright. One more, which means we need another 31 of this. Thank you. They released it with update quartz. It still makes no sense for it to be there. Oh, you know what? We're gonna need fucking quartz to build it as well, aren't we? What does it take to make? No, I'll just wait for some extra. Speed up, you. Like, it can feed 3 of these anyway, without that, so that's just me being greedy. Five heavy modular frame. Oh, we'll have to handcraft that. 5 motors, we'll have to handcraft that. 5 crystal oscillators, that's what we're waiting on now, so we actually need 15 of these. No, we're out of cable, of course. I don't have any. I think I might. No, I don't have any heavy modular frames. I maybe do. I don't know. Can't lose this car now. It's too expensive. All right. Let's head back over. Let's grab 100 coal on the way. Oh, I've got coal over there, don't I? Might be why it's in the quartz tree, because it needs quartz. Yeah, but it shouldn't. This should. And then you got the big one after that. The little fast one. It should have basically no inventory, but be like a little fast explorer. What do we need here? A whole bunch of modular frames, don't we? Now, did I leave them down there? Let's just... We've got 5, which is exactly how many we need, isn't it? Oh, that's lucky. Just happened to pick those up earlier. Can't remember if we moved this, if we emptied this box of modular frames. We didn't. Alright. Still takes fucking 5 minutes. Of course it does. Of course it does. Boo. Right, what are we doing here then? I'm going to dump some of these frames in there. Let's see, they're about 2,000 odd each. It's not so bad. Still need a few stacks of them to get any new coupons. I know you'll say you're adequate to games, but that one-man Pyrrhic victory in 3 Kingdoms. I just had one unkillable archer who won the battle against several other units. It was like a movie, wasn't it? I remember that. Hey, we did win in that. That was kind of an underwhelming end, though, wasn't it? In that I just, like, one of them quit, and then I, like, on nearly the next turn, just surprise attacked the other one, and they quit. It's like, oh, you win out of nowhere. There's a lot of back and forth in that, though. It's a really hard start up in the mountains with the bandits. Hard to make any headway anywhere. And everyone doesn't like you very much because you're a bandit. I recommend Scarce next campaign. Hello Raiders. Oh, hello Raiders. Alright, so there's one thing I want to build over there. But I need some of these. 8 of these, I think. I'll need another 8 as well. In fact, probably shouldn't monopolize this wall here. Whee. All right. So this is like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th floor, or 3rd floor, I guess, if you use ground floors. is going to be like our main constructy floor here. There we go. So what I wanted to do was make... Try to get a peek at where it is. Right, okay, it's like... This isn't gonna work, is it? Oh well. It'll be funny either way. So I think it was like here. This one for the walkway. We're going to have to move that top one over to the right, like an inch, I can tell. Oh no, it's actually on this one, it's just on the right side. Can we do it from here? We probably can. No, we can't. Okay, so it's on the very right side of the second one. So here. It's good enough, isn't it? Ugh, I've got to go round again just to put the thing in. I like this infinite cup of coffee. Righty-ho. There we go. So the purpose of that is just to provide a way to get up to the top of what will be the copper factory quicker. Oh shit, we're out of cable. Wow, look how far into this desert we've gone. Like halfway to the oasis now. All still just running off a single concrete machine as well, which is not good. I love the "you have to persuade me that you're allowed to ban me" attitude. I don't like when people just message me on Twitter, like, well, I think this, which is in disagreement to yours, and now I'm going to judge you. You know, on matters of total inconsequence. Like, great, that's what you think, whoever you are. I'll write that down. Thank you very much for that. Alright. I need to get rid of that. Quartz in my inventory. Oh, we're totally out of concrete over here. You done? Yes.
New building unlocked.
Not quite. It's a car, but fine. Okay, so we handcraft 5 beacons and 5 motors, and we got it. So we need 2 of each of those, so we need 10 of these. I had a tiny car need 5 motors. Some people think everyone's interested in their opinion. Yeah. And 5 beacons. Which, of course, we need cable for. Starting to use cable faster than we are reproducing it now. Finally. Ah, we've got a car we can get around in and cross the dunes. The freedom of speech people hate when I say anything that begins with ban. Yeah. Oh, God. Alright, so we've already unlocked this one, don't we? I think so. We do. Oh, it's another one. It's the change my mind thing. Yeah. Like, I'm wrong, but the onus is on you. Oh, I could be wrong, but you have to prove it instead of me doing my own research. You know what we should do? We should go pick up a bunch of biofuel and then just go for a drive. Oh, look, stuttery on the drive. And as a content creator and all that, you start to see the futility in getting hung up with the opinion of just one random person. Because it doesn't matter what they think. In the time you spend convincing them of anything, which you won't, of course, because they're just sea lioning, you could have convinced 10 other people who aren't arseholes. It's just a very self-important way of thinking. Alright, let's go on a big explory drive with some beacons. See where we're at. So we need some, that's fuel for the car. It's just gonna run on hay, basically. Hey, there's 2 seats in this. I only just noticed. Have they changed the model for this? Derailing is their goal. Yeah, exactly. Impure iron. The game's been running fine till I got this car. I think it's just something about loading new areas quickly now. Hell yeah. So we still don't have a jetpack. Or a gas mask. So a lot of the stuff is still off limits to us. I would like to know where we're actually at though. Stuff doesn't attack you when you're in a car, luckily, so. We can get through here without much trouble, right? I hope there's a way to destroy these gas pods eventually. Hey, get up. Up you go. There we go. Some of this area still looks fairly... Ooh, is this oil? Did we stumble across oil? I think we have. Gonna fill up on the nuts. Clear these out. It's crude oil, right. Just gotta get rid of this big git. Oh, it's one of the annoying ones. Ah, you hit yourself. Love of Christ. Any enemy that runs away from you and can knock you back like 60 feet. Alright, well here's our oil then. What we're going to do with it is a little bit troublesome because is there water nearby? I think you need water. We could pump it all the way across, of course, a big pipeline. I suppose that might work. Something going on in there. I don't recognise this part of the map at all. Oh god, I think the game just... Nope. Didn't. Up you go. Alright, so we do want to get down over here, don't we? We head back and look for a way down, I guess. It's not a deep enough water pool to draw water out of, I don't think. Ah, this makes getting around so much easier. Right, it's a big canyon. Well, this is going to be annoying. Gotta fight a bunch of little ones. Ow. Ugh, what a pain. Nice. Needs 10 rubber. Oh, for the love of... How annoying. We don't have that. Nope. There's a lot of viewers today for some reason. Well, there was a huge raid earlier, wasn't there? Oil, 10, rubber. There we go. Everyone logs on at 11:30 on a Saturday morning to watch Satisfactory. Sean got a rate from No Comment Chick, who got a rate from Amy EC3, who got a rate from Hassan. Ah, I see. Right. That's the chain, is it? You said you weren't going to stream today. I know, because I have to get a train in a little bit. And I was like, I'm not going to stream before getting the train. But then I had like hours to kill and was like, yeah, actually, you know. A bunch of cats over there. I lied, basically. Whoop. Whoop. Game likes this area. What's going on with these trees? Why are they waving like there's a T-Rex walking through them? All those floating orbs there. Is this more oil? Could be, right? I don't want to fight all of this crap. Can we just, like... Crude oil, it is, right. Well, we found 2 oil patches. I mean, this was a pretty... Right. And water as well, right? Let's put C next to it so we can differentiate it from the other one when we're far away. Thank you very much, Majao, for hosting for up to 18 views. That's awesome. This is all shallow enough to drive across, right? What's with all the hosts and raids today and so on? You can do it, yeah. Momentum carried us through that. So where we are now is over on the other side, because that's our space elevator there. So there's this mountain, right? So we've got oil just on the other side of the mountain, which we're now going to have to climb over. This will be fun. Yeah, this is a new factory. I started completely from scratch. Right, so in the future, the obvious thing to do would be to just build a tube up there, right? But for now, we're just going to do lookout towers. So did I. I've been enjoying Update 3 a lot. Yeah, me too. It's really good. Hope there's an easy way to get down on the other end. I don't have any concrete. It's not good, is it? How can I get higher? I need to be higher than I am now. Not quite. We can't quite reach. Well, shit. You think there'd be a way to build ladders with slightly less infrastructure? Yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you? Well, let's have a drink. Since we're stuck. Where's Sam Porter Bridges when you need them? Indeed. Why do I not have any concrete with me? That's such a foolish thing to do, isn't it? Alright, can we build anything up there that we can hook to? How about... We need concrete to build conveyor belt platforms, so we can't build that. And pipeline supports. And conveyor wall mats. However, we can make splitters. Ugh. Well. Oh, I hit the roof. That was a bad start. Alright. We'll have to walk off. There we go. I don't like this one. The shit you have to do before you have a jetpack, I swear. Yeah. I'm gonna see those, like, in about 20 hours. And be like, what the fuck are a bunch of splitters doing sticking out of the wall? Oh, it feels like we're getting nowhere, yeah? Right now, it's not tall enough, is it, to... No, it isn't. Which means we need to do a lot of splitter jumps, unless there happens to be a way around here. I've tried to get into Prey a few times, but just sort of bounced off it after a couple of hours. I've heard it's good though. I remember Casey playing it. So this looks like it's our path to... Oh shit, look, it's that coal hiding away behind the base. We got some extra coal. Yeah, we do. But then, if we build a train through this canyon, that's oil really close. We only need enough oil to unlock trains. And then we're laughing. Of course I had like chanting then. Landed behind me somehow. Nice. I can hear chanting. It must be happening in reality, is it? Right, now we just have to worry about getting down. Well, that's a problem for Sean in a few minutes, because Sean right now is going to go to the bathroom. Right. Entertain yourselves for a second, folks. Back in a minute. There's definitely chanting happening, isn't there? Oh. Alright, folks. So options for oil here. One is run a train through this canyon with a fluid wagon on it. Gonna take too long. We don't have any oil. Oh, you can just walk down over here. Oh, that's the level I was on. Right. Because we have no oil whatsoever. Yikes. So the best thing to do, I think, could be wrong, off to now, is run a series of pipes through this canyon, right? We could use the stackable pipes, which we've unlocked now, like that. $1 million subs. Yes, 1 million subs for a new CinemaSins video. That's the price you all have to pay. You want to see it? Encourage 3 of your friends to subscribe to the channel. Just going to run back and forth up here forever, aren't I? Already played with hypertubes. Yeah, building a little hypertube network over there. I wonder if we could even run a hypertube this far to get to the oil. Save driving out there. Alright. The thing is, if I die, that's fine, because we're quite close to home, right? So if we miss this jump, we just walk back over from over there, and we'll be grand. Yeah, we did it. Do you mind? The only problem is we'd have to route the pipes around these 2 coal mines which exist. And I mean, this is a pretty close water source, and if we were routing oil through here anyway, we could basically just pump some water up and also route that through. All that means is we'd have to run like 3 pipes through this concurrently. Which is it's alright, isn't it? If it's too thin, we can just use more verticality. Beware fake water. Oh shit. That's annoying. Oh yeah, look, it's fake. Fuck. Well, okay, we can't run water from here. However, we can still pipe the oil around it. I thought we'd got a close water source then. It's my little tantrum done. It's going to require a shitload of pipes. I mean, that is a problem for once we've got copper put in properly. So we've got an iron ore. We got a copper in here as well. We got a copper there and one over here, which we can route over with belts. We don't need to drive it from here, do we? How far can the belts go? I'm thinking I'm going to lean on belts rather than use trucks this time. I used a lot of trucks, and it was a pain to set up, and you need a bunch of extra infrastructure. I'm just going to use big long belts. You walk by a power slick. Yeah, I think it was in a log, and you can't pick those ones up. Sean will continue to stream until he gets a response from Charles. No, people keep messaging me about Charles Murray's new book, but I'm just not interested in reading it. I only read and responded to the bell curve because it's, like, still gets quoted. You know, people might not talk about this new book at all after, like, 6 months, and then I'd have wasted my time reading it. Right. We kind of need a map, don't we, so we can see where all this is. Why did I write oil 10 rubber there? Instead of drop pod 10 rubber. Oh well, we know what it means. So yeah, it looks like through the canyon is where our oil's gonna come. The only problem is that's gonna... pumping it that far is gonna take a lot of power. It's gonna take a lot of copper. And it's gonna take a lot of pipes. Being grumpy. So we go steel pipes, steel beams, then the steel half of the starter production. Here we go copper smelting, wires, cables, blank. But we can send the wire over to be part of the starter production up there. And then we'll be laughing. One thing I don't really have here is any sort of deep storage. I built that in the last one. But you don't really need it as long as you got the throughput. Well, concrete. You'd just black out doing that, wouldn't you? I'm starting to feel like the concrete's too far away, so let's see if we can't empty some of this out of our inventory. Put like all of our regular building materials. It's just to bring more concrete over. This game has gotten goofier with every update. Yeah, It has, and I like it. I'm here for it. I want it to go even goofier. I like the tiny little car, which is just the worst. I like the coffee cup just because it's the least intrusive thing to have on the screen. Oh, I can't pick them up. So I'm just full of concrete. Let's make a concrete box here again. Very good. You can't deconstruct these little fix-it boxes. How'd that get on the floor? Need to start cleaning up down here. We can leave the car built since then it uses less space in our inventory, and then we can put the fuel for it in there as well. There we go, we're sort of cleaning our inventory up a little now. Well, I've had very few hard drives this run. They're all too difficult to open. I've only researched like 3 of them, I think. I don't really know where I am relative to everything else as well. I need to research the map. So I can start getting a sense of my bearings. It takes 10 of those and 10 beacons. That's not so hard. I still have no idea what you're doing in this game. I'm building factories. That's it. I mean, right now I'm not, because I can't be bothered starting on... I need to put in all the steel machines and then all the copper machines to get to the next phase. Because the next phase requires a lot of copper smelting. And I can't really be bothered. I'll put the rest of this floor in and then I'll probably wrap up. Oh, shit. Oh, damn, I don't have any concrete. Let's just hook it to that for now. That reaches. Is there a limit to how long those tubes can be? Before they need to touch a support, like I've got supports on the walls here, there is, but I don't think there's a limit to how long they can be. Just in general. Which is good, because I plan to build one instead of travelling. Like, send one along down to the oil processing. Or maybe they're just good for factory traversal, you know, who knows. We're being a lot more efficient here than in the last one. I built way too many trucks, and my iron train was ridiculous. Like, I did a tiny little loop and stopped at like 5 different iron nodes. That I should have just belted over, really. $262 views, what the hell? Well, I'm going to take that as an insult. Yeah, I don't know. Is my stream not quality enough? Is that the end? It is. Oh, I nearly walked off the edge then. That would have been exciting, eh? But no. You get no excitement. I don't know how high this is going to go. Probably at least another one. So we haven't even got to the manufacturers yet. People just love tubes, yeah. Alright, we need to go put the rest of these pillars in. Well, shit. Now we should also run one up here, which we can do from over there, I think. I hope we can. We just need to miss this flying out of it, don't we? And we don't even really need to, I just don't want to face plant into a wall every time. And then we want vertical build mode, but doesn't cross over with anything else. Neat. And then we need to run power up here, which we can do from, well, you know, we should probably do it properly if we're going to do it at all. There we go. There we go. We only need a little node on the inside, don't we? Yeah. Oh, shit, though. Well, I mean, coming through the gate might be good. Ouroboros. I wonder if you could, if one person was in one, could you then just sneak up and connect the two ends together? If only I had a single friend with which to check if that could happen. Very vehicles, right? Entrance. Ah, what? It spit me out and picked me up immediately. They might be too close together. Let's try it again. Right, there we go. No, that's fine. Nice. Oh, good lord. Yeah, those ones are just as close together and they work fine. It's been just a little random quirk there. His Twitter name is Sean from Spotify. Alright, these make getting around so much easier. Oh, sorry. Just need a little coughing fit there. I've been threatening to get sick for ages. I can feel it coming. I'm going to see a friend today who was sick recently, so that's just going to be it. I should just write off the next month, probably. Can already feel it. Putting the bell curve on Spotify as a podcast would be neat. Someone told me that my video is slightly longer than the audiobook for the bell curve. Which can't be true, surely. Would it even... The bell curve wouldn't even have an audiobook, would it? There's too many diagrams. There might be an abridged summary. Yeah, that's, if there's anything, there's that, isn't it? There we go. Well, there's the legs. It's very lonely when you're underneath the factory. A narrator dryly reading out a table of data on penis length. Right. Now the other thing we need because that's going to be smelting down there. And I don't think we're ever going to need more than one floor of smelting for copper. That's clip 1 in the 2-clip combo, which is going to be me saying, why didn't I put in 2 floors of smelting for copper? I'm a fool. But right now, I feel like we're not going to need more. So we go copper. It's 1. There's another one over there. They're both like they're rubbish impure patches though. But we got 1, 2, and then there's like 1 over there and 1 in the forest over there. They're very spread out. But there's nothing going on this side. This is going to be the balancer. Like we've got on the other side. Which isn't really a balancer right now because we're just feeding them in. But since this is going to be impure patches as well, and we just do 5, don't we? It's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Not going to have enough concrete, and we're going to have to go back for more. The bell curve fit was good up there with the truth, but I mean, those are the 2 that took me the longest. I do like 1 of those a year. Basically. 1 proper one. The rest are all rubbish. Where am I going? This one. Oh, thank you very much, Glaucus. That's very nice. Yeah, you can have co-op in this game. Which I imagine makes... I mean, it really depends. That could make it substantially easier or substantially harder, depending on who you're partnering with. I just briefly imagined trying to get Cav to help me out in this. That would be funny. Alright, so this is just going to be a little balancer for now. We feed ore into it from wherever right now, it doesn't really matter. Nice. Try playing it with Harris. Oh, I've played Factorio with H-Bomb before. An experience I don't care to... Actually, no, I'm joking that, you know, he was not helpful. But it's fun to just have a chat. played with him and Dan. My issue is when I'm on mic with more than one person, I like just listening to conversations. I don't really participate much. I just like, I'm that way with groups of people as well. Like in groups, I'm very quiet. I can be very animated and talkative one-on-one, but in groups of people, I just like listening. So if there's like a big stream with multiple guests on, I just sit there like I'm watching the stream, Okay, so this is going to be a big project. I'm only going to go for a little bit longer. But I'll start by trying to run some of these over. Right, we're going to need more iron plates and probably rods too, so let's grab some of those. What on earth? These aren't backed up anymore. That's worrying, isn't it? Uh-oh, we're using all of our parts. It's terrifying. Efficiency, I hate it. What if we turn them all into iron plates, innit? Well, the reinforced ones. But this isn't outputting. If you like listening to people talk, you should check out this thing called Twitch. I know that's a joke, but I just agreed with it. Like, yeah, I can see that. I'm more of a viewer than a streamer. Well, that's probably enough for now. Maybe. Still don't really have enough. Like, I was actually on the Donkey Kong stream very briefly, like, as a guest. Whereas at the same time, Jim Sterling was on. Jim Sterling's very, bombastic, loud, in a good way. I like Jim Sterling. But when he was on, I just didn't say anything. Couldn't get a word in edgeways even if I wanted to. Alright. So we need... I'll just do these two over here for now. So we need 7 more encased beams. But that's it. Jim Sterling's awesome. Yeah, I like Jim. I think he's the biggest surprise if you go from initial impression of what his channel looks like it is
I have ascended.
to what it actually is, Thank you very much, Albus Doctor, for the 6-month sub. Oh, you've got a new little skull as well. Congratulations. So we need 4 of these. 1. Shit. 2, 3. 4. Leave the rest of the crap there. His brand looks very gamer. Yeah, he looks like you're going to click on his channel and he's going to say something very horrible. But then he's actually really nice. I hope we've got enough power. Right, so is there a closer one here? Copper. So I think the first one should be there, if I'm right. That's pretty fucking far away, actually. Let's just hook up this one for now. Just this node. And then the other one near the base. So that'll give us 2 regular copper inputs, which will be okay for a while. And then we'll worry about it later, if we have to. Thank you, Ferk, in the chat. Wire is too long. So we shouldn't just go along the floor here, should we? Because we might want to add more onto this later. I don't see how we would do that. Yeah, so we're just like going in a straight line. What people do or don't do with their consenting partners is anyone's business. Isn't anyone's business with this. Exactly, yeah. I agree with that. What people want to get up to in the bedroom or any of the other rooms in their house, if they're especially adventurous, is almost never anyone else's business. Getting spicy there. We do at least have a bunch of these beams now, at the very least. Okay, so 240 per minute once we overclock this thing, right? Yeah. And then with the other one, that'll be 480 copper a minute. That's enough for all we need right now. I don't have my overclockers with me, but we'll remember to come put it in. Being a bit rowdy today. See, this is what happens. You start getting more viewers. You get a bunch of comedians in the chat who think they're funny, but are mistaken. Oh, fuck that. Look at that. More than 200 viewers. Yeah, that's when I start not to like it very much. 100 to 150 is my sweet spot. I'll have to mod some more people. I'll just be especially boring until the views go down again. Feck has been swift. Yeah, Feck's a very good mod, but I don't want to put it all on Feck's shoulders. You know. I should have been less scared about doing this in the other games. It's like, I definitely would have ran a car over here in my previous save. But you just don't really need to. Alright, so we're going to have to do a lot of annoying stuff right now. I know nothing about modding, but I'd be happy to help out. Yeah, I would trust you to mod, William. If it's ever necessary. Yeah. Oh no, I'm going over here, aren't I? And then... walls. Conveyor walls. Can I, please? Yeah, that's all. I needed to just put that belt there so it knows which way to actually send this. And now I can go all the way back down again. Oh, shit. I bought this game after watching you play it, then lost 30 hours somewhere. Yeah, it's one of those, for sure. There we go. So now I need to grab the overclockers. And then run this other copper belt underneath the factory. Get rid of this. Yeah, we can keep this storage container, I suppose. Why not? Still got space. Production miner Mark II. So we overclocked this to 240 as well. Let's go up and grab those before we forget. Someone in chat say socialism wasn't good. God damn. What a hot take. I don't know about that one, Chief, or whatever the kids are saying these days. Right. Depends on if they're a lib or an anarchist. Well, probably know the answer to that question. So I could run this like around the factory. Or through, like, you know, the walls, using the wall things, but I think we'll just go across the dunes here. Use the wall mounts. I mean, we could, is the thing. How did you get the cup? I bought one. You don't make it. It's in the shop on a different tab. I couldn't find it either. So we could just route this through the whole factory, utilizing wall mounts. But I'm not going to do that until we finalize our copper input here once we've got trains. This is just to keep us going and until we can tidy up. Having the support pillars looks satisfying compared to before. It does, doesn't it? Like, it makes a world of difference. I don't mind leaving the base of the factory, like this. Very good aesthetic change. I can't understand people who just have floating platforms in the sky, just with no support pillars. It looks awful. What are they doing? Oh, I should have thought, shouldn't I? Put another one in here. We'll see if it's possible to do it from down here, because I don't actually know how to do it from up there. Oh, we need a hole in it for a start. See, look at outputs down here. There's no way to reverse it. Come on then. Thank you very much. We have to like jump off to do that. I need all my conveyors at right angles. It's time consuming making it all pretty. Yeah, I'd ideally like that. I mean, I like to hide as much as possible within the factory walls as well. Like, if I had a choice, I wouldn't be just running a belt across the ground. I'd run it into one, and then along like the ceilings using the conveyor mounts and out the other side, but I don't know if it will be in the way. I can't be bothered incorporating it into the rest of the factory yet. So we just run it underneath. I mean, that's why we put them on stilts after all. So logistics. And we're up. Alright, so... what now? We overclocked that one machine, but we didn't overclock the other one. So let's go do that. I love these things. So good. Hang on. Let's ditch the ore we've got on us. And let's put these high-speed connectors in a box, eh? I'm not gonna mulch those now because I don't really need coupons for anything at the moment. And we might need them for crafting later. Uh-oh. Come on. Go on, you can do it. Squish under there. Very good. Brilliant slide there. Right. Hang on. Belt can't take that much. Alright, so 240 a minute. Brilliant. See, look, we've missed out one support leg there, and look how horrible it looks. It just looks like it's floating and about to fall over. Thanks for stopping by, Lucky Bun. Wow. Whoops. Jumped too high and hurt myself. We can get rid of this little platform down here and the ramp and build like a proper little construction platform soonish. Okay. So next time, when we come back, which will probably be Monday, we'll put in the copper smelting wire cable stators. Then once we've got stators and we've got rotors going on this platform here, then we make engines. And then once we're mass producing engines, we can start researching again. Get oil. And then put in a big old pipeline to the oil over there. Then we need oil processing. That's going to have to go somewhere. Yeah, well, we got a lot more space. Oh, what a nightmare. Such a big build. At least that's hooked up. Whoops. We're starting to get frame drops now. Isn't that exciting? Also, if you've noticed, we're running out of iron. Our belts aren't quick enough anymore to feed all the smelters. So we need to get the next level of belts. And then replace all the smelter belts with those. And all the factory belts with those. Or we're not going to be using all of our resources. Time to wall it all in. Is there a wall that has a transport tube fitting? There isn't, however, you can just put them on those little things there if you need to transport them outside. And as for the ones that go inside, I think you can put the gate walls down, you know, like that, which is alright, isn't it? So we head for this one, but first we just automate motor production. That's what this whole thing is going towards. We get motor production. We also need to automate this, which means making a concrete factory and bringing that over. Fuck. That's going to be a big job. Then the rest of that's easy once we've got that set up. 480 resources a minute. Good lord. What a pain, eh? I can't even make heavy modular frames yet. Oh my god. It's got a little... This thing just gets better and better. Well, alright. Next time out, motors. We can do motors without needing to change anything else. We can just set up the whole infrastructure to have motor production. So we don't actually need to think about anything else other than that right now. Very good. Problem for another day, eh? Right. I'm gonna go catch my train. Blah. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Most of you. The rest of you, you know, lose the bookmark. Alright, doesn't look like there's anyone online we can raid. So the chain stops here. Right. I will be back on Monday at the regular time. Thanks a lot for all the support, as always. I will see you then. Bye.